Hi, and welcome back to Eddie's Adventures. Today I'm going to be reading out Star Stable's Confessions. Yes, that I've found mainly on Reddit. And I've also found some embarrassing things people have said they've experienced while playing the game. I love it. Personally, I do listen to Reddit confessions quite a bit. Not about Star Stable things, but one guy does something and he records with a sort of robotic, hypnotic voice, and I play it. These really crazy confessions people have about all kinds of stuff, and it actually often puts me to sleep. So I listen, listen to that and I enjoy it. So to begin with, here someone says with their confession, my first club leader when I was 12 made us all refer to him as Daddy, and we didn't know there was anything wrong with that, so we did it. Holy crap, yeah, that's gross. I agree with the comments that people have put under here, like, you're a victim, what the hell? Absolutely, yuck. Someone here has said, once when I was a kid, I didn't want to be friends with one of my SSO friends anymore. She was clingy, jealous, and sometimes said really mean things unprovoked. And I didn't want to say that to her. So I sent her an in-game letter pretending to be my mum. I went on and on about how sad it was that my child had died in a car accident. What the hell? And after she answered back, obviously distraught, I blocked her and continued playing like nothing happened. Okay. That is like next level dedication to removing someone. Like, what happened to just unfriending them and ignoring them? Obviously, you didn't want to do that. That was too shameful. You're too embarrassed to do that. So you pretend you died, as you do. That is crazy. Okay. The next person here says, I'm surprised that I've never been chat banned with some of the I say. Also, when I'm bored, I ask Global, is this a horse game? It gives me mixed results. That is classic. Imagine putting on Global. Is this a horse game? Like, I'm not sure. Is this what it's about? Oh, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should give it a try and see what happens. Who knows? That's funny. Okay. Another person here said, I secretly kicked my online best friend out of my riding club because she was an annoying pick me and constantly sending me mail telling me she wanted to switch the club horse about every single day. This went on for a month or so. Even after I kicked her out of my club, it went on for another month or so, even after she'd been kicked out of the club. So I went on my alternate account, reported her account multiple times, and about a week later, she got banned. Oh, that's harsh. She was your online best friend. Oh man, you're brutal. That was absolutely brutal. She got banned. Oh, can people get back their accounts after they're banned after a certain stand down time? I don't know. Do you? Um, that's crazy. Okay, next one. This was so recent too, they said, and embarrassing. I'm a full-on adult and never really used chat for the occasional, except for the occasional flat show. I had saved up a handful of jars of wisdom, wanted to be nice and share the love. Put in the chat to meet me at Valdale and I'll share. I had some people being mean or saying no one was going to Valdale for jars of wisdom. I just ignored them, and one person shows up. I mosey up next to them and proceed to use all my jars of wisdom without adding them to a group. They came to Valdale and watched me use all the jars of wisdom I said I'd share. I was mortified. I logged off and switched servers. Oh, maybe you have to, I don't get that one. Maybe you have to be in a group to share. I feel sad for her. And no one came and she was offering all this love, like she said. Oh, that's a sad one. Okay, next one. Damn, y'all, I was an evil kid, haha. But I'll confess anyways. When I was younger, I would search for really small clubs and pretend to be interested in them. Um, Even participating in one or two club meetings, only to leave it a few days later. I was only interested in it, in the club interface and reading what was in the description and stuff. Sometimes I even felt bad and wrote like really emotional letters to them explaining why I couldn't be part of the club anymore. Oh well, I guess, I feel so sorry for clubs. I don't know about you guys, but on my server, it's, clubs often report just, they're trying to find active members. I think all clubs across all servers, across all the world, would find that it's trying to find active members. And you often see these new clubs pop up, and they'll have every other player, as part of this club under their name, and then within a month you just don't see them anymore. They've obviously disbanded. So I feel sorry for club owners, and of course they have to pay to start a club, and all that sort of thing. Okay, next one. When Star Stables didn't have the hide everyone feature in arenas, I was pretending to do dressage alone at one of the two arenas close to the Baroness's mansion in Goldenleaf, brackets, because I didn't have any friends. Or then two girls came inside the arena and started watching me. For a moment, I felt so happy because I thought they wanted to be my friends. Oh, I know where this is going. Oh my gosh. They eventually approached me and told me to get out because they had to train. Oh, my heart is breaking for you. That is brutal. I just said okay and left shortly after to watch them train together from outside the window while I cried. I hope she's using cried in the metaphorical sense, but yeah, I just think it's so crazy. It's online, it's a game. No one can see you, yet we get so embarrassed so easily. And especially in this case, because she felt lonely. Oh, that's tugging at all of my heartstrings. I'm sorry to this person that happened. I would have been your friend. Like, ouch. Okay, next one. I used to hide in bushes to stalk role plays. Can't say I've ever done that, but I'll share some things that I've done anyway. Someone said I still do this, and yeah, someone else said they do it too, but didn't want to admit it. Oh man, one thing I do is, when you've finished a champ, and especially, I don't know, like if you've won it, or yeah, you won it, and you sort of finish the champ, you're all standing there, and kind of no one's going anywhere. I'm always like, who's going to be the first person to leave? Who's going to, and if everyone's still there, I feel like I have to initiate leaving first. Like, it's just completely overthought, ridiculous, saying, why do we do it? I don't know, the human psyche, it's crazy, it's nuts. Okay, next person. One time I was riding around and crashed into something. Someone said LOL in the chat. And even though I couldn't see them, I presumed they were laughing at me. I immediately logged out and switched servers. I wish I could chalk it up to youth, but I was a grown ass adult at the time. Ah, yes. Oh, that is just crazy that you went next level and literally switched servers over it. Oh, the shame, the shame. Oh, that is so funny. Next one here. I get scared when people are following me because I don't respond in chat. So I'll hop on the trailer and go somewhere and then log off for hours in hopes when I log on, I won't see them again. Are they following you though? I think that happens. I think some people do follow others, but maybe she's scared that people are following her, you know, if you, yeah. And then, oh my gosh, so she'll literally log off for hours. No. Okay. Next person. I love Sabine so much. I made her in a different game, so I could technically look at her all year round. Ooh, I think that might be a little bit of a girl crush there, or guy crush. Who knows who you are? But yeah, I'd call that a crush. This one's back in the day. I got mad at my horse every so often, so I tended to threaten or yell at my horse. Then I'd proceed to leave my horse somewhere random in the map and pretend I'm going to leave it to starve. Okay. Right. These are some of the club stories as well that I've found on here. This is gross. Okay. Wasn't a club owned by a child predator, homophobe, catfisher, anything negative you can think of. She was. And she's pretty popular still. She's one of the only emo goth metal themed dressage clubs out there. Her YouTube keeps growing despite her many allegations, which makes me lose my faith in this community. She turns awkward comments off too. Oh. Yuck. Okay. Next one. I was part of a club owned by a YouTuber. The club was very popular. It had a lot of players on the server. And I wanted to be in the club. I waited for months before I was able to join the club. The club was pretty much dead. Barely any members were active. There was pretty much nothing to do. And when there was, the club owner would ignore everyone else except their closest friend. The club was a huge disappointment, and I regret waiting for months to join it. Oh. So it just goes to show, you know, they're putting these things on YouTube and look at all these things, you know, I'm doing my club and all this, but actually in real life, it was all BS. And that poor person waited for months and it was just a complete disappointment. I'm sorry to hear that. These are some things that people found, yeah, embarrassing things that, you know, they shouldn't really be embarrassed about. Someone mentioned doing your horse's daily care while you're waiting in a championship showdown. Oh, do you find that embarrassing? I'm not embarrassed about that personally. Overshooting an NPC in front of other players and having to awkwardly reverse or do a little loop to get back. Nah, I don't find that embarrassing personally either. Someone else has said accidentally running into something or doing the taking pictures or picking up stuff type quests that make me wonder if people are watching me and watching me walk and stop randomly over and over. Oh, yeah. No, when I'm doing things and you can clearly see I'm doing a quest, no, I don't feel embarrassed about that either. Maybe I've got thicker skin than what I give myself credit for. But I actually like seeing people. Yeah, and I like seeing what they get up to. Have you ever taken yourself for an evening walk? You know, it's kind of getting dark and you're out for your walk around the streets and people have their lights on, but their curtains, you know, wide open. And as you're walking, you can sort of see into their houses and it's like, oh, is that how you live? This is interesting. You know, you can smell what they're cooking. So, I don't know. Yeah, I do get it. Someone's written here, failing jumps or missing checkpoints in championships. Yes, that happened to me recently at the Silverglade Champ, and I was winning. And it's sort of between me and someone else as well, the same player. We're often, you know, it's tight between us. We're sort of racing for the first. And anyway, I was winning and I was almost there. And right at the end, you know, just before the end part, I jumped the little fence and knocked into that cut-off tree stump. Ended up on the, you know, tied up in a tree on the other side. And by the time I ended up getting out of it, I think I was either fourth or fifth. It took me forever. And what was even worse is she had won, which that isn't bad, but she had done the like, yay, applaud sort of emotion thing. And it was like, oh, okay then, yeah. But I don't know. I was embarrassed about that one. That was a shame. Someone said using the garden crafting tables when someone else is standing there and also collecting your plants while someone else is doing it. No, I never feel embarrassed about that at all. In fact, it's like, yeah, look what we're doing at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Someone else wrote, maybe leveling up horses. I don't know why it's so awkward to me. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but I just don't want to announce that my horse is leveled up to everyone that's near. Oh, no, I do get that. In fact, I only just found out about that. I go into the chat and it would say that I'm super happy. And I'm like, why? It's like, why does it keep doing this? And then, yeah, someone pointed it out to me. So I didn't know that. And it is annoying. I wish you could turn it off. Doing a synchronized rear with other people and you accidentally dismount. Oh, okay. Someone said, I don't judge anyone else for this, only myself, but wearing a brand new complete tack/outfit set. Oddly enough, I don't feel self-conscious riding a brand new horse. I don't know what it is about the tack and clothes. I totally get there. I'm doing it right now. It was double star coins and I'm wearing the new tack that came with it. But I know what you mean. It's kind of, yeah, a little bit cringe. It's like, no, you've got to wait a while to wear it. It's the same with the Trailblazers. When you've got all this stuff, it's like you can't put it on straight away. You have to wait. You have to wait till it's not cool anymore, you know. Oh, why are we like this? Um, Another one is being first in a race, but having the jump delay act up, or the horse getting stuck on something 3 feet away and losing that spot. I don't think it's, well, I find that more irritating than embarrassing. Same here with someone saying, seeing how many horses I have under level 15, I'm shocking like that. The amount of horses I've got in my stable that are under 15, because I'll start training one and then I'm bored of it after, a certain amount of levels and I want to change to another horse. And then, so it takes me such a long time to level up a horse because I want to change my horse. I do have friends that level up right from, 0 all the way up to 15 before they get on a different horse. So good on them, each to their own. When I accidentally zone out of the game and bump into stuff in front of the other players. Oh, yeah. I'm not really embarrassed by anything this says, but one time during the Valdale Champ, I failed a jump and started spamming the space key, and my horse started doing its special move. I don't know, does anyone else find that first jump at Valdale? It's either a hit or a miss. You've got to get your timing right with that one. Here, this is going to sound really silly, it says, but entry champs for me, for some reason, they stress me out so much. I never end up doing them, and I'm always scared that I'm going to mess up for some reason, even though it's not a big deal at all. It's so silly. Oh, I was like that for ages when I first started playing this game. In fact, I don't even think I did champs for like the first maybe year. I was just so focused, like I've mentioned on another video, on getting all those quests done. I can't handle the list. It was so overwhelming how many quests there were, and I just absolutely grinded. And now I'm going to run out of quests, really. And I'm so sick of that purple swirling hurricane. Anyway, if you know, you know what I mean. Someone said, I feel embarrassed looking at a horse for sale while riding one of the same breed. I don't know why. Maybe I feel people are judging me for getting multiple of the same breed. Nah, I don't reckon at all. I reckon people, if you like a breed, like I'm like that with the warm bloods. I think I've got 3, but I want to collect them all, like go hard. Leveling up your horse in front of other players. I thought the animation was something only you could see and not other people too. No, everyone can see it, but do you know what you can't see? Well, I haven't been able to see it. A friend of mine the other day got me to come and see her level up because she'd been waiting for this level for ages. Well, I didn't know she was leveling up. She was like, well, you got to see this, you got to see this. And I'm like, yeah. And, nothing's happened. And she's like, did you not see it? And she had leveled up to a high level and she'd been waiting for ages to do it and I couldn't see it. So that sucks. I reckon, yeah, you'd want others to see that. Another person here says, following another player for a while, very obviously, because I like the clothes, equipment, horse. But if they move too fast and I cannot click to inspect them, kudos if you end up having to disturb them by asking to. I always feel like a creep when I do this, but I just know I have to know where they've got their stuff from. Well, I completely, good on you for doing it. I reckon it makes you feel good that someone's like, hey, hold on, where did you get this from? Where did you get that from? I know I love being asked where I get my, tech or my outfit from, but I kind of don't want to tell them too. Is that bad? I kind of want to keep it a secret, which is ridiculous because it's so obvious, global, wherever. But actually, it turns out some of the stuff, not everything's on global, just in case you didn't know that. Some of the things, is at the malls and Governor's Falls and all that kind of stuff. So just in case you didn't know, now you do. Someone else here has said when people accidentally send the role play messages in global and all the bullies start mocking them. I usually see more of take it out of global, create a group. You know, everyone actually just gets angry at them for spamming global. But it's not like those people were talking anyway. But yeah, I get it. Another one, surprise, no one has commented this. For me, the most embarrassing thing has always been just ... doing the emotes. If I'm taking pictures or if I'm just alone doing it for some reason, it makes me feel so embarrassed. I hate that. It shows up in chat like everyone is judging me. Yeah, when I was making my first video, I was trying to find a picture to have, and I wanted to try some of the different emotions like waving or laughing and that, and it was just showing up my name, feels this, is doing that, and it was, I feel cringe. Yeah, I get it. Still having Moorland as my home stable at level 24. I feel like everyone else at higher levels have moved on from Moorland, but it's home to me. Level 24, that's pretty high. I think I've seen a couple of level 26s maybe. And I think they must have got there from, you know, all the special events and things. But I'm 22 and I level 22 and I changed my home stable probably about level 21, and that was to Valdale because, you know, I love collecting the light, cha-ching, you know. That's what I do. Someone here says that doing daily races in crowded places and having other people watch you jump over non-existent obstacles from their point of view. Points of view trip. Yeah, I think that when I'm doing the show jumping and someone else is doing it at the same time, like at the riding arena, and I'm thinking, oh, can they see me knocking down all these jumps? Oh, the shame, the shame. Another person says, advertising for club and global. I own the club, but I go into club chat and go, who feels like advertising for me? I was reading something online about that. It was like a warning. Don't join clubs that advertise on global. I don't get why. How else are they supposed to find players? That's what I've, yeah. No, I'd like to see in global. I've responded to heaps and been like, you know, tell me about your club, etc., etc. Another person having to ask people to join a group for a race. Now they know I have no friends. Great, laugh out loud. Oh my goodness, I totally get it. You know, for so long, I felt so lonely in Star Stables. I think it's a very, very real thing, and I didn't realize until recently. Do you know there's so many people that don't feel comfortable talking in global, feel like, I guess they're putting themselves out there, open to someone being mean, you know, but I don't really see that happen. You hear about it, you know, there's always, oh, that server does this and whatever, but I haven't really seen it. But I get, oh, don't be lonely. You'll be surprised at how many friendly, lovely people there are on there. Someone says, doing this daily stable chores. I never see anyone else doing it, so I feel like I'm being judged. Nah, man. If someone says you're doing stable chores, you're like, go you're grinding, you know. You're trying to level up your rep. Like, go hard. Someone says running into trees and fences. Yeah, absolutely. And you'll see me in this, you know, crashing into stuff and whatever. Who cares? And probably the last one, this one that says, definitely heightened due to the group races during the festival, plus me almost always being on low-level horses because I'm training, being much slower than someone else when group racing, and then the red bar countdown while they're waiting for you to finish. Oh, sad emoji, sad emoji. I feel like I'm doing the gallop of shame. When I finally finish the race, almost 20 seconds after them, and they're just standing there. I get it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Happy gaming. Bye.